My name is Ayumu Hibino, 27 years old. I'm in my 5th year as a working adult, and I switched jobs. And today is my first day at the new company.
Oh, Ayumu.
Miss Kiwako? This was Miss Kiwako Kanda. She was an upperclassman at the same college. And when I was writing my thesis for my seminar, she was a graduate student, and she often let me discuss my work with her.
So it was you that changed over to our company?
Yes. I look forward to working with you.
Me too.
Miss Kiwako was beautiful and kind, and she was also very smart, so she was well trusted by the professors. She must be brilliant in the company too. That prediction was correct. However, there was one thing that was not in my expectations.
The paperwork that I gave you, there were 5 mistakes in it.
I'm very sorry. I'll fix it immediately.
I already fixed it, but you better be careful next time.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Kiwako had turned into a monster manager. She was extremely strict about the work, to the point where I began to doubt if she was the same Miss Kiwako that I knew before. Even though I just started at the company, every single day I was being scolded. I'm very sorry that I keep making mistakes.
That's only normal. You just started working at the company.
Well, just work harder from now on. Yes.
Miss Kanda isn't only strict towards you, Mr. Hibino.
Well, there's no doubt that she's particularly attentive towards you, though. She probably has no mercy because she knows you from the past. That's what my colleagues around me said, which means that even from an outside perspective, Miss Kiwako was particularly harsh towards me. 6 months later, I was working extremely hard, or so I thought, but Miss Kiwako was still a monster manager. She might be thinking that I'm useless, even though I'm in my 5th year as a working adult. Alright, today is the day I'm gonna get an okay on the first shot! I took a deep breath and got myself ready, and walked over to hand Miss Kiwako an important document from one of our clients. Miss Kanda?
What is it?
Can you please sign this paper? Miss Kiwako took the paper from me, and her eyes widened.
What does this mean?
What? I looked down once again at the paper that I handed her. Ah! I made a mistake! This isn't the paperwork! This is a marriage certificate! There was a particular reason why I had a marriage certificate in my bag. However, it was such a private reason that I couldn't bring myself to say anything. I'm very sorry. I'm definitely gonna get yelled at. And so, I mentally prepared myself, but...
But not here.
What?
Let's talk at my place next time.
What?
More importantly, are you still not done with the contract with Nadakuma Co.?
Oh, yes. It's right here. I still didn't know what was going on, but I ended up following Miss Kiwako back to her place.
It's been a long time since we've spoken, just the two of us like this.
That's true.
We used to talk together like this a lot back in college.
Yes. Oh, really? My last company was pretty far from here, so I hadn't been able to go recently.
At the company, I can't be like this.
What? And yet, I haven't been able to pick up the work at all.
That's not true at all! Let's forget about work tonight and enjoy the night together, just the two of us.
Okay. The drinks also kept going. Hey, Miss Kiwako?
What?
You never used to drink at the seminar parties, did you? Did you start drinking when you began working?
It's an important conversation, isn't it? Because we're going to get married.
As she said that, Miss Kiwako came on strong towards me in her underwear! I didn't know what to do and panicked. And then... I'm very sorry, that was just a mistake! I'm so sorry about that! I said, and I ran right out of her apartment. A few months later, after that, Miss Kiwako stopped scolding me entirely and would barely look at me. I'm very sorry for making a mistake on the stock numbers.
I already fixed it.
Thank you very much. It was completely my fault. But I had no idea what I was supposed to do. So I decided to try talking to my older brother about it. He went to the same college as me. Yo, what's up? Actually, my brother and I were in different majors, but he still knew about Miss Kiwako, who was beautiful and a genius. So that's what happened. Dude, what the hell were you thinking? My brother was completely fed up with me for handing her a marriage certificate instead of the paperwork. I can't believe you handed that Ice Queen a marriage certificate! Ice Queen? Yeah! She was always famous back then for being beautiful but extremely cold. Wait, you were in the same seminar as her, but you didn't know that? Well, now that I think about it, there were some people who called her that. But I just thought it was because she had such fair skin, it was almost transparent like ice. Am I wrong? No! Well, she does have very fair skin, and she is beautiful, but any guy that approached her, she cut off straight away. And even when it came to thesis discussions, some guys were told by her, "You can't think about that with your own head?" What? The Miss Kiwako that my brother was speaking of wasn't the Miss Kiwako that I knew at all. But then, why was she so different with me? Maybe this means that she's liked you since back then. What? I mean, if that wasn't the case, who would bring a guy into their room after they handed over a marriage certificate? That's true. When my brother said that to me, I was finally able to realize Miss Kiwako's feelings. Thanks for letting me talk to you about it. What are you saying? We're twin brothers after all. Yeah. By the way, I'm counting on you for the day after tomorrow, alright? Yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm heartbroken. I was rejected by the first guy that I ever liked in my life. Now he hates me. What he did was terrible. But I was also wrong for getting drunk and chasing him like that. There's no way Ayumu would ever like a girl with such a cold personality anyways. Ever since I was a little girl, I hated that people only complimented me by my appearance. And so I was always cold in return. But Ayumu was the only one that was different.
Pardon me.
Yes.
Is there somebody here named Miss Kiwako Kanda?
That would be me.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Ayumu Hibino. After viewing your thesis, I became interested in this seminar and...
What?
And if you ever have time, I was hoping you might let me ask you a few questions.
Sure. Ayumu was always serious when listening to me talk, and he was also serious about diving into his thesis. Unlike the other students, he wouldn't use the discussions as an excuse to ask me out on a date. And before I knew it, I had fallen for him. But this was the first time I ever had a crush, so I didn't know how to approach him, and I ended up graduating without ever being able to tell him how I felt. That's why I was so excited when he transferred to our company. I was so happy. The fact that he was holding a marriage certificate must mean that he was going to propose to somebody. Oh, look, a wedding. What? Ayamu? No way.
What? Miss Kiwako?
What?
What's the matter? Did something happen? Or are you feeling unwell? Are you okay?
Ayumu, but why?
What?
Because over there in white.
Oh, that's my twin brother.
What?
Actually, the reason why I had the marriage certificate that day was my brother's fault. That day, he told me that he wanted to talk to me about something. So I had met up with him before work at the cafe near the station. Actually, my brother was blushing, and he placed the marriage certificate on the table. He told me that he was going to get married to his girlfriend that he had been dating since college. Oh, really? Congratulations! Thank you! I was hoping you could sign here, as the witness. Yeah! And I signed it there on the spot. By the way, what about you? Do you have a girlfriend yet? No, not at all. Well then, I'll give you this in hopes that you find someone. What? My brother then pulled out an empty marriage certificate out of his bag. Apparently, it was a specially designed marriage certificate, with a 99.9% proposal success rate. You better use this when you get the chance, Ayumu. Sure.
So that's what happened. Ayumu, I like you. Ever since we were in college, I've always liked you.
What?
But it's only troublesome for me to tell you that isn't it.
Not at all. I'm so happy.
You don't have to force it.
I'm not forcing it at all. I just didn't know what to do. And when I spoke to my brother about it, this is what he said. That maybe this meant that you liked me, Miss Kiwako. But I also thought of you as the unattainable Rose, and I thought that you were way out of my league, so I shouldn't look at you like that. But if you do like me, then will you please let me start over? This time, I promise I won't suddenly hand you a marriage certificate. A few months later, after that, Miss Kiwako and I began dating. But when it comes to our relationship while at work...
Hayumu, where is the report? Is it still not done? How many days is it going to take you?
She still treats me like the monster manager. Yes! I'll bring it straight away!
Yeah, he's working so hard.
They must not have any idea that we're dating at this rate. But when we're alone together...
Hayumu, I love you.
She completely transforms from her work self and becomes a baby who loves to be spoiled. By the way, how many kids do you want, Kiwako?
What?
You asked me that before, didn't you?
That's, well, as many as you want.
Okay, got it.
Come on, Hayumu.
Even though I hurt her once before, she forgave me for that time. And for the rest of my life, I'm going to treasure her and make her as happy as possible.
Hello! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. See you all next time. Bye-bye!